The Importance of Being Earnest is a comedic play written by Oscar Wilde. It was first performed in 1895 and has since become one of Wilde's most famous works. Act 1. The play begins with Algernon Moncrieff, a young man, in his stylish London apartment. His friend, Jack Worthing, arrives and Algernon soon discovers that Jack leads a double life. In the country, he goes by the name Ernest and uses this alias to pursue more exciting activities. Algernon is intrigued by this concept. Jack explains that he wants to marry Algernon's cousin, Gwendolyn Fairfax, but Gwendolyn insists she will only marry a man named Ernest. Algernon, amused by the situation, decides to visit Jack's country estate in pursuit of his own romantic interests. Act 2. In the country, Jack's ward, Cecily Cardew, is fascinated by the idea of marrying a man named Ernest. She is unaware that Ernest is just Jack's made-up alter ego. Algernon arrives at the estate, introduces himself as Ernest, and Cecily falls in love with him. Meanwhile, Gwendolyn arrives at the country house, thinking Jack is Ernest. When Gwendolyn and Cecily discover the truth that both men are using the name Ernest, they are initially upset, but later decide that the name itself is quite charming. Act 3. The confusion continues. The two women confront the men about their deceit, but the situation takes a humorous turn. The chaos is heightened when Lady Bracknell, Gwendolyn's imposing mother, arrives at the country house. Lady Bracknell arrives at Jack's country estate to investigate the suitability of his engagement to Gwendolyn, her daughter. During this conversation, Jack reveals that he was found in a handbag at Victoria Station as an infant, and he has no knowledge of his parents. In a surprising turn of events, Miss Prism, who has been the governess at Jack's estate, makes a startling confession. Miss Prism reveals that she absent-mindedly placed a baby in a handbag and left it at Victoria Station. This revelation shocks everyone present. Lady Bracknell then connects the dots and realizes that Jack is, in fact, her nephew. She concludes that Jack is Algernon's older brother and the lost son of her sister. Lady Bracknell's attitude toward Jack undergoes a significant change upon discovering his true identity. She becomes more accepting of Jack as a potential suitor for Gwendolyn, given his newfound social standing as her nephew. Lady Bracknell, Jack's potential mother-in-law, informs him that as the firstborn, he would have been named after his father, General Moncrieff. Jack searches the army lists and discovers that General Moncrieff's name was Ernest. Therefore, Jack's real name is also Ernest. In the final lines, Jack proclaims, "I've now realized for the first time in my life the vital importance of being earnest." This highlights how the name, initially a convenient deception, becomes symbolic of his newfound sense of identity and social legitimacy.